Back up, back up. Hang on a minute. I know what you want. Ready? Here. There's one. Cabela, you want one? You want one? Y'all are silly. You're silly. Almost walked right into this. Look at this. Where is that? Oh my goodness. Look at that guy. No. How about no? Mm-mm. It's coming down. Sorry. Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Hey, did you let that spider move in here last night? Did you let that spider climb up the deck, build that big old web? Woo! People asking how tall Willow's getting. She's about as tall as a magnolia. Oh boy. Pig, pig. Man, it feels amazing out here this morning. Oh, the flower. Hang on. Hang on. Put that right there. Oh, she's just a little heavy on that side. That's why. Look at this thing over here, Goose. Look at that. These died a while back, and then they just kind of came out of nowhere with these little, I'm not even sure what they are. Anybody got any guesses? Look at that beautiful fence. Oh, don't act like I snuck up on you. I said hi right up there, and y'all blew me off. You just kept walking. Gosh, folks. This has really turned into like a focal point of the property. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The fence, man, it's just when this is black and this is green and we've got animals in there, I mean, it's just gonna blow your minds. I'm actually looking into ordering 2 baby blue spruces because I found out from Tyler that a friend of mine from growing up, his folks had a blue spruce and it wound up being like 45, 50 feet tall, and it is massive. Look at him. It is massive. We don't want one of those between our house and the view down here, but a baby blue spruce only gets like 25 feet tall. Now, it's still tall. That's as tall as the house. But where are you going? Thought we were friends. They're learning the whistle. She totally heard it. I want like a Norway spruce. I'd like a peach tree. I'd like the baby blue spruce. You know, I know the Norway spruce gets huge, but I'm talking about planting a Norway spruce like over here. And a big reason for that is they're not toxic to cattle. But it'd be really pretty to plant a Norway spruce out here that just can do anything it wants. Like, doesn't have to compete for the dense area back there, and it can just grow and be 60, 70, 80 feet tall, whatever. I mean, it won't reach 80 feet till I'm 80 years old, but still did it. What do you say, Mom? What do you say? Just some fall calves soon. See some little bitty babies running around out here. Look, hey, wait, hang on. Hey. Woo! Are you Tater's mama? She looks to be the same color. What do you say, chickens? What do you say? I think Oscar tried to take an egg that's not his. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's what I thought. Sheriff, what do you say, bub? It's a pretty rooster, man. Let me tell you something about Miss Ray, though. Ray, if you forget, look, here they come. Ray had this Bantam chicken that would jump up and sit on her shoulder. Remember, Miss Ray used to go into the coop and just sit there and chill and hang out. And this Bantam and her bonded. And now that Bantam has been like left out after the door shut because she won't go in. And when we come out here to shut the big door, we always check, of course. She's never spent the night outside the coop or the run, but we think she's spent the night in the run a couple of times, which she's still protected, but not as protected. But here's why. Listen, the problem is one of these nights, we're not going to be here to put them up, and she's going to get eaten because she's waiting on you to put her up.
We really did just wait right here, and all of them put themselves to bed, but she's waiting on me to pick her up and take
For the how many night in a row? What's 4 or 5?
I've only done it a couple times. So I honestly, when she kept standing by us, I was like, surely you're not waiting for me to put you in bed. Like, that's surely not what you're doing.
It is what she's doing. You created that.
Oh my gosh.
That's ridiculous. Jeez, lady. Ray started cuddling this thing when it was a baby, and I kid you not, I think that chicken thinks that Miss Ray has to put it up. Because now we can come out and run everybody in the run or the coop, and this chicken walks to Ray and waits to be picked up and put in the coop, man. Gonna try and get a second bloom out of our mums here. She cut them back last night, and sure enough, got a little bit of growth. Sure enough. Should be really pretty. Oh, I downsized the number of rocks, and hopefully we'll get some birds in there. I'll let you guys know. Pigs, pigs. Pig, 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 pig. Gosh, look at that view. Look at that view. I'm not sure where the cows are. They must have found something to eat because they're normally waiting. Wiener! All right, we're gonna try something today. Hang on, let me get set up here. Let's try this. No, well, hang on. Am I confusing you yet? Okay, there's the pig food. Sheep, we gotta do something different here. I wonder if they'll eat out of this bowl. Hang on. There we go. Turn around, Reba. Yep, that's what we're gonna start doing. I'm gonna try the bowl. I'm gonna throw enough that they eat out of that, because I think what's happening is she's so food driven that she wants every last piece, and she's just scraping herself on this ridge right here. And that's why she's marking up her nose. I think that's what's gonna happen. I just hope that the pigs don't come over here until they're done eating, if that makes sense. I know, is that weird eating out of that bowl? Shouldn't be. Plan is to, like, we could put medicine on it over and over and over, but I need to eliminate what's causing it. So if we don't feed them in that for a little bit and it starts to go away, we know it was that feeder. If it doesn't go away, she's scratching it on something else. So that's all we know to do. But I think they'll get plenty to, I mean, these sheep ain't starving. I think they'll get plenty to eat before the pigs find it. They're really peaceful animals. I mean, I got to be honest, like, you know, my friend David, though, at Tractor Supply, one of the guys that works there, he told me, you know, he's got, I don't know, man, 50, 60 sheep. They raise them. And he told me that sheep are kind of, they're what you call quitters. Okay, when they get sick, they'll just die. Like, they're not fighters. Kind of like we experienced. I'll be honest, that's how we experienced with alpacas. Sometimes animals are just not, kind of like plants, animals are just not, some animals are just not hardy. You know, I mean, Longhorns, extremely hardy, extremely resilient, extremely disease tolerant, infection, they'll eat anything. When we settled the West, Longhorns roamed free, and they just learned to survive on anything and everything. This little golden thing right here, it still doesn't feel like it took. Yeah, I could pull that up. That shouldn't be that way. That's interesting. What do we do with that? Yeah, look at that. It was not attached at all. It's even, oh, we're like infested too. Hang on. Let's leave that there for a minute. There's something about that spot because, I mean, it's where the power line's buried, but it's, of course, it's like 2 feet above the power line. It's never going to affect the power line, plus the power line's in conduit. There's something about that spot because that's where the dappled willow was. And that dappled willow is straight ripping over there by the well house, but it barely wanted to take right here, which is unfortunate because eventually we're going to have this pole removed. We'll have our ground, our line ran underground, and which they told us would be easy, but now it's apparently easy. It's just hard to get them out here. So that's how that goes. Eventually we want this buried, and I would like some kind of plants or something right here in front of that. So I'm going to plant something more hardy than that little bush, I guess. No, I just hope that little bush makes it. I'm just going to transplant it like I did the dappled willow. Magnolia! Check these things out, man. Ray was so excited. She came out here last night. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, these will all be, those actually look like, no, that's probably a flower again. That'll be a leaf. Look at that, so pretty. We've got like every stage on here. Like this is the end, this is the seed pod. So yeah, magnolia, and that's, look, that's above my waist. We were right here, now we're like up here. Pretty exciting, man. Pretty exciting. Well, I think Miss Ray and I are gonna take you guys to breakfast. I'm sorry we can't, you know, smell-o-vision. Sorry we can't bring you anything back. Sorry we can't bring you along. But we're gonna run and get some grub. And I mean, we'll bring you, but you know, I can't, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to find your own pancakes. And what?
I need this sweater.
Let's put the tree up today and you can have it.
I might just get a large anyway. Oversized is fine.
It's just water, ladies. It's just water. Okay, ready? I didn't really think that's what they would do, but now I want to do it again. All right, so I decided to move this to right here, and I think we'll actually like it. It gets about 4 feet tall. I guess it can get 8 feet wide, but that would be totally okay. It'd keep me from having to weed eat right here. I dug it a pretty good sized hole. I kept it inside its native soil. I also tore off all that stuff, this bad rotting mulch and material. I tore all that off of there. And hopefully it'll recover. If not, they have more at Lowe's. And you know, if you've been watching our channel all summer, you guys have encouraged us, and we are definitely not afraid to take things back and be like, hey, this one just didn't make it. That eastern white pine over there, you know, we had 2 of those. I planted both of them, and one of them never did a darn thing. And the other one just, without much assistance, took off and still looks amazing. So just the way plants are sometimes. Set a timer for 10 minutes. All right, one of you guys suggested that our water test yesterday may not have been valid, and rightfully so. I did that water test at, what was it, like 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, and there's a chance that there was still a bunch of dew like on these boards, and that's actually what kept it from soaking in. So if you don't know, we're trying to decide how fast we can stain this fence. Now there's a fine line, because if you notice on our back fence across the back of the property, there's a lot of boards that bowed and honestly need to be fixed or repaired or replaced. So we definitely want to stain this before it's seasoned and it starts to bow or pucker or needs a little bit of work. So what I'm doing is testing it at, what's that, let's call it 80 degrees, and see if it absorbs any quicker. But I've been doing a lot of reading, and I know the old saying is like 6 months to a year, but how fast treated lumber dries is totally dependent on where you live, okay? If you live somewhere where it doesn't get to 100 degrees, or if you build your fence after the 100-degree weather is gone, it doesn't dry as fast. Like if you built this in the middle of winter, you probably would need until the following late fall for it to dry out. But if you built this like we did, right when the 100-degree weather was the strongest, and this is set out here for 3 months, I mean, it's essentially, especially the top part, it's been 2 months. And there was about a month there where it was still 100 degrees for that material up top. So, but we'll see here. I'm just interested to see if it dries any quicker. Yesterday it didn't dry up like hardly at all in 10 minutes. But like I said, I'm mainly just trying to avoid losing this material to being warped and, you know, affected by the weather before we get it stained. And to clarify, and I don't know why I'm clarifying, because it never fails, somebody is like, I can't believe you're painting that. So I clarify that it's stain in the next video, but they don't watch that video. So I feel like I have to clarify in every video, this is stain. And this Cabot stain, it soaks in. It penetrates this wood and makes it stronger than any kind of paint you can buy, to be honest. So that's what we're putting on here. It looks pretty good. I got pretty close, didn't I, with the hay bales, straw bales?
No, they were actually right
That's
in there.
not, no, they weren't, were they?
Yeah.
No.
And I moved them all the way in front of the windmill.
No. Look what, this is what's crazy to me. This is the old gate post from when we bought the place.
Oh, yeah.
The other one's over here.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's crazy. I need to come down with a chainsaw or a skill saw and bust that up. I hit it when I mow. It's good on the mower. I asked Yakta, they told me it was great on the mower.
Yeah.
It looks good though. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, you're waiting on staples.
So I need landscape staples to secure like the leaves to the bales, and then I'm gonna put these bows up, and then I need some real pumpkins to put at the bottom.
Oh, real pumpkins.
Yeah.
They'll be here tomorrow.
I've been trying to get into the fall mood when it cools off out here, and it's like, what is it? Probably feels like 90 degrees.
It's 79, so it's probably 85.
But we're already in a couple days into October.
We have a little bit of breeze today, which actually I was going to try and paint today, but guess what you can't use when the wind's blowing? And we do have like a 10-mile-an-hour wind. Actually up on the hill back by the fence, it's blowing even harder. You can't use an air-powered paint sprayer, or I should say electric-powered pneumatic sprayer when the wind's blowing. You want to talk about wasting paint. Where are we at here on our timer? 2 minutes left. Let's go look. Where's it at? Oh, no, it's right there. I don't know. With 2 minutes to go, it's holding on pretty strong. You want to know something funny? Let's see. February of 24 to now. So a little over a year and a half. There's a walnut tree right there. There's a hedge apple tree behind it. And both of them are dropping right now. Like that's their fruit. Both trees are dropping the fruit. And of course there's cows in here too. For a year and a half, I'm talking like if I come down to get the mail, if I'm filming with you guys, whatever, it never fails. Something will fall off a tree back there, a piece of fruit or a cow will come up, gets me still. Year and a half later, I'm like, what was that? I'm like, oh, it's a walnut. Oh, it's just a hedge apple. Oh, it's just Taters' mom. One of these days, I'll remember. I don't know. Yep. If I was a betting man, I'd bet that it's still not soaked in yet. Yep. Going my way? Or are you asking me that, or am I asking you that?
No, you should walk up the hill.
You want me to walk? Listen, Linda.
I bet the camera doesn't actually show like how much of a hill our driveway really is. But it's quite the slope.
It is. Yep. Well, I poured some water on the fence over there, waited the 10 minutes, and it wasn't even close.
It's not dry.
But like I keep telling them though, there's a fine line. Like, what do we have, like another week of warm weather? We have some rain on Tuesday. So it's possible in the next couple weeks that dries out. And like I was telling them, we're not gonna risk losing the material like we did on the back fence that we had to replace some boards. If we had stained that quicker, even though some of those boards weren't grade A, we wouldn't have lost so many. Because we did, how many did Case not replace? A dozen?
On the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few.
Probably, we've replaced, and we probably need to replace a few more, but we replaced a dozen boards across the back due to it not being sealed with stain. And when that happens, what were they? They were like 12 bucks, 12, 15 bucks a piece though.
Yeah.
Let's say 12 and we lost 12. That's 150 bucks. You savages. Yeah, how cool would that be next year to look back there and see that crepe myrtle?
Yeah.
It'd be really pretty. Hopefully it makes it. So this doesn't happen very often, but we're actually gonna go make sure we still have cows. Make sure nobody jumped the fence.
They decided they didn't want to hang out.
Yeah, sometimes they're
Close to that.
really good at hiding, but Longhorns are one of the only cattle, you talk about survivors earlier, Longhorns are one of the only cattle that naturally, rotationally graze. So like when you see them up here around the gate for a day or two, then you won't for a day or two. They're like letting it grow back there, so gotta lay the eyes on them. Plus, you never know.
They're out there.
What?
They're out there.
Oh, here they come. I don't know where Sky, Gracie, or Annie are. Lily! Did you see that? She chose me first. Still missing one. Annie's missing? What'd you do with Annie? Where's the baby? Can you go check? I dare you to grab Sky. She's bigger than Lily. Well, we found everybody but Annie, which happens. It happens. Little Gracie. Well, we're gonna take the long way and I'm gonna open that gate up back there. I'm sure she's up there. She just got left behind and they don't really tell each other. Have you noticed?
Sometimes one will be in a deep sleep and then the herd will decide to move. And then the baby or whoever's in a sleep is all of a sudden in a panic. And it's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
It's funny. If we had a windshield, that could have been bad.
Oh, yeah.
Look how pretty that cedar tree is.
Pull that out of the ground.
Pull that out of the ground?
Yes.
Put it in the front yard?
Yeah.
I wonder if we can rent one of the machines with a claw that scoop the whole thing up. We were way off. It's called fireweed or butterweed. I'm guessing fire because it grows like little cottony fibers, but I don't know. Let's go find this calf. Where?
There's an animal up there wagging its tail.
What?
I promise. Go.
You're seeing things.
I promise.
You're seeing things.
Just wait.
We can try. Or she's up here hanging out with a white-tailed deer. Calling her mom.
She's right there.
Where?
She's right there. You got it.
Oh, goodness. Hey, cedar tree. We'll have to come get those.
Is she in it?
Is she in that pen? No, surely not. That'd be funny though. Look how big she is. Oh, she is in it.
Oh, she's stuck.
Here.
Oh no. And this is why we check. And that's why you check on your animals in the middle of the day.
Well, Gorilla have been up here calling her.
Oh my goodness.
Well, probably time to spray that right there, because that's what she was doing, was just trying to eat that.
Yeah, so it's just weeds, but it grows tall in there because obviously nobody's...
Well, and a calf, she's probably actually, all the calves, they've probably been eating that.
Yeah.
And just finally got too big.
Sweet girl. Goodness. Yeah.
She's gonna go back and be like, thanks, Mom. Thanks. Gee whiz.
Poor thing.
That's one way to wean your kid. I think I saw that move in the kindergarten drop-off line the first day of school.
Get your head stuck in the fence. I guess you only do that once,
Yeah.
kid.
You okay? You feel better? Don't do that anymore. I don't normally film this because we're just babysitting water troughs filling up. Which, this one's clean, that one needs to be emptied and overflowed, but June's standing here. She can't figure out how her friends got over there. So she's bawling at them. You gotta go, lady. Come on. That's a good water right there. That a boy. That's something, isn't it? Little bush. Hey, what did we make it to today? 84 right now. What a beautiful day though. We got a slight breeze. Oh, there's our crepe myrtle we planted yesterday. Make sure we hit that with some water tonight. So this is gonna be a little adventurous, but I thought about taking some landscape fabric and going right along the fence. Like what if all the way around the fence on the outside, there was landscape fabric with pea gravel in it someday? What if? Now, that's a long ways off. When Miss Ray sees this, she's gonna know we ain't doing that tomorrow. I thought about it, I don't know. What if we did? Wouldn't have to weed eat on the outside anymore. It might work, but we'd have to put like the decorative blocks up against the fence, like right here. You'd have to have decorative blocks up against the fence right here to keep the pea gravel that side of it, kind of like this. So I don't know, we may or may not, but just looking to add some whatever. I mean, not much grows there anyway. Like I mow that barely. God bless you guys. Thanks for hanging out no matter what we're doing, whether we're looking for calves. And she's totally fine. They're out in the 5 acres. I opened the gate for them. She's reunited with Mom. She got some water. She's golden. That's the stuff that we, come across when we film every day. It's kind of cool. You guys get to see what happens sometimes. But with that said, we'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless you from the bottom of our hearts. Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces. See y'all.